Okay.
Sorry, I was just fucking modifying because I forgot to switch my skin. Go ahead and invite me.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and invite him, Kevin.
My audio for everybody that is able to get on Infinite.
Me too, though.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think you will
can't.
on there.
I can relay him.
When you do speak with text, I will have Logic read what you are saying so that it can be included in the audio and all that. Okay. Yes, the ETH as well. All right. So, first things first. I am going to address the elephant in the room. I've been away for a heck of a long time, and I have not been able to do my duties as a leader for the clan. And because of that, I am also going to be giving myself 30 laps around the largest island for Forge. Granted, yes, it had to do with IRL stuff, but there were times when I also did not show up due to just feeling burnt out. So that is something I'm going to do as to take a punishment. That was not a valid excuse for not doing my duties as a leader. So for that, I'm apologizing. On
elimination.
Continuing on that topic, there's been a lot of times where I said, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, where I was not able to, unfortunately, commit to it due to the circumstances of going to Japan and then having to move back here after I had gone to Japan. I know a lot of you were not aware that I was coming back, but the reason why I ended up coming back was because my twin sister has been diagnosed with cancer, and she's going to need someone to be able to take care of her. So I moved back here to the States. So with that, I was not able to really be active for a little bit, and now some people have been having a hard time with taking my word, which is 1,000% justified. I'm not going to deny that. But so with that, I am going to let you guys know I am going to actually start showing that we are going to be active. I know a lot of you have tried to host activities and such in my absence, and that is amazing. For those who did try, thank you very much. For the new members, obviously, that doesn't fully apply yet there. But I am going forward. I need to be able to have everybody know that they can count on me just like they used to before all this stuff happened, and actually be able to be a lot more active than what we were. Being able to actually count on activities, count on the clan's growth, and all of that. So with that, sorry, just won that one. So with that, I am going to start by having you guys message me what your schedule is on what days that you would like to commit specifically for you guys. what day you would like to commit for a one-on-one and working up from one-on-one to two-on-twos to later being bigger groups.
Does this include leadership?
Yes. For training to be able to get you guys where I need you to go. Where you guys are going to be able to actually know what is expected, training directly from the ground up, and refresh for those who do know what they were doing previously, a refresh. Because it's not easy going into clan battles or raids and then just losing every time because we no longer have the skill that we did. We've been out of it for a very long time, and then getting back into the swing of things was very hard with the launch of Halo Infinite. And with that being said, I am going to be out recruiting today after the meeting, and I'm going to be getting with a few other people on recruiting as well and try to get the ball rolling for us with that. Any questions so far? That sounds great. I appreciate you stepping up for that.
I can help people.
Perfect.
I can help people with other games if need be. Depends on the game.
All right. Now, some of you have expressed that you are burnt out on Halo, or don't want to be on Halo anymore, or you don't see any reason to play Halo right now. And you're fully justified, and I hear you. So with that, I'm not going to sit there and force you to just play Halo. We are going to be expanding into Grand Theft Auto, the next one when that comes out. We are going to have that, it will. We are going to end up probably having that as our main focus game until the next Halo multiplayer releases, if it releases as a full package on launch. If it does not release as a full package, we are going to continue on other games like the next GTA and other racing games and whatever games that members want to play. We need to be able to expand our horizon if we are going to survive the content droughts like this. Any questions on that?
Four Spartans remaining. Three Spartans remaining. Showdown.
Okay.
And also, Luke, I texted you something.
Alright, give me 1 second. Oh, yes, I had actually forgot to do that, my bad. I do need to ask, first, bless my plays, do you understand that this is being recorded? And do you consent? Okay. Eth, you understand? Eth, well, obviously he's not talking for voice-wise, but Logic, do you understand this is being recorded and consent?
Yes, I consent to this recording.
All right. Can you? Who's after? Give me 1 sec. I can't see who's.
I'll go look right now.
Thank you.
There's Ethelus. Do you consent to this recording?
He's only typing, so he's not being recorded officially.
Gotcha. Well, once he types, I will relay his message.
Okay, there we go.
Rose, do you consent to this recording?
I do.
Infinity shot.
Infinity shot. Do you understand
consent
this is being recorded, and do you consent? All right, Legion, do you understand this is being recorded, and do you consent? Odd Spartan, do you understand this is being recorded in? Well, actually, you're typing, so you're fine. Savage, do you understand this is being recorded in
Yes,
consent?
sir, I do.
Okay, now we may proceed. Hey, Static, thank you so much for letting me know that you're not home at the moment. When you get home, please let me know. I'll invite you to the meeting. Okay. So I don't know how you guys would feel about having some activities on MCC on Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary, as well as Halo Reach. That will be up to you guys. If you'd like to do that, just let me know sometime and I'll do a poll on or a vote and see what everyone says about that. And since this is being recorded and he will see it later, since he didn't join in the meeting, we are going to go ahead and go over Lunatic. And this is not to...
Would you like me to invite him again?
Go ahead, yeah, see if he'll join.
Because he tried to get me to invite him earlier. I sent him a message and a party invite.
5 Spartans remaining.
At 5 drunk drivers remaining.
Drivers remaining.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
I'll drink it.
Unless it's Halo. There we go.
There he is.
Lunatic, thank you for joining here in the meeting. First, before we do proceed,
3 Spartans.
do you understand this is being recorded and do you consent?
Well, he did make the announcement and added you in. When he added you into the announcement channel, it was right behind when he re-added you back to the announcements chat.
Showdown.
Well,
My bad.
it wouldn't have been a notification. It would have been right after. It was before you were invited. So in the FOTUS announcements, going up.
Well, we
Saturday,
got
7
past...
p.m. Eastern Time meeting mandatory for all. It would be recorded for those who cannot make it with valid reasoning. And then after he posted that, that's when he added you.
We already went over some of the other stuff that was important, but what we need to do is we need to discuss a matter involving you as well. And a concern that was also brought up to our attention. Thank you.
I can't join the
so
game.
First,
You'll need to give the verbal consent while in the recording.
yes.
I consent to being recorded.
Okay, thank you. Because, as you guys know, also Florida is a all-party state, so all members must consent to being recorded. Fire team is too large for said activity.
Does anybody need an invite to the match or to the game?
I don't have Halo
I do.
installed. I'm terribly sorry about that.
You said
I
I
made
do.
sure to.
Yeah, I'm with FOTUS in multiplayer, but I'm just in menus.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're in our
Oh,
fight team.
well, we're about to start. You're in our fire team.
Yep.
Okay.
This is for anybody
Sorry
who's
about the
not there.
ads, but yeah.
What do you bring this into? Firefight. Haha.
I definitely agree. Ken Static, he says, good to see Halo Infinite being streamed. It's a great game, but if it was delayed for one more year with more content at launch, the game would have had a better first impression. And yes, I do agree with that. Okay. So are you ready, Lunatic?
Yeah.
Okay, so first, we are going to go over your question that you had about being a
Firefight.
on-call like medic or a medic for the clan or some type of role like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. First, go ahead and let me know what you were thinking about that and let us know what you had in mind.
Well, the reason why I say that is more I just want to help FOTUS out because technically I feel like I do owe the group for getting me out of some dark places. And like a game like Fallout and stuff like that, I want to help the clan evolve and more like that. And
Okay.
more of a medic role in Halo and stuff like that. Because I do appreciate the game, I just hate the PvP.
I don't like the PvP either. I mostly play PvE. Only time I
can
ever
agree.
touch PvP is in customs, and customs isn't nearly as laggy as the multiplayer is itself. Like, it's actually much smoother in customs than it is in matchmaking. Because every time I play, the hit registry is sketchy. A lot of the stuff is sketchy. So yeah, I get it.
And I bring up a concern I have with Halo though.
Infinity Shot saying
Yeah.
logic is spitting facts.
I do really want to get into the lore of Halo and stuff like that. That's the main reason why I want to set my game. Damn it!
Please refrain from swearing on recording
I'm really sorry.
as much as possible. Thank you.
English is not my strong suit today. I want to go back to Halo and learn the history and all that. I feel like the
Are you
best place for that.
referring to the history of Halo or the history of FOTUS? Because they both have
Both.
history of it.
Okay. So before we get to answering your question about what you would like to do, and it will be voted on after we bring up a concern, and it will determine how we move forward from this point. There was a concern that was brought to our attention by another member, not member, but a third party. This regarded some racial slurs that were being said. I want to first ask you about that and have you inform me what the circumstance of that was, and giving you a chance to talk about it, explain the situation before we just make any decisions.
Can you describe like the time or?
Give me a sec and I will let you know. It involved Dan and Sierra.
I mentioned how there's a game called Content Morning, and my friend Orb gets very, I don't think I should say the word, on that game.
No.
And I was talking about it to them. That's where I meant by all of that.
Okay. Obviously, there's no direct evidence of it. It was basically a report of it, and Obviously, I could only go by what people say. If I don't have evidence, I have to take it as
At face
just
value.
hearsay and at face value with confirmation from the directly from the person who is being accused.
Understandable.
So I will let you know going forward with any members, past members, anything like that, any type of racial slurs or anything, rather it be in game or as a joke or anything like that, is not going to be tolerated going forward.
I understand
If you are in a
that.
private party, that is fine.
Like, for
If it
example,
involves
if it's just
anyone,
you and I, you know I don't care. When it comes just between the two of us, like playing Terraria or something.
Remind me of that seed, man.
it goes along with know your audience. You need to know your audience before you could sit there and make any kind of jokes. A lot of the members of the FOTUS are not going to like it. A lot of them won't. There's very few members who have dark humor, and that's that. So going forward, know your audience, ask them ahead of time if they're okay with any kind of thing like that. But the thing is that we are not going to tolerate it. And the other thing, and yes, that is going to be the next part. You stated you were a member when you were removed before, correct?
Well, I more have left because of the situation.
Okay. Well, the thing is that you were not yet voted on to have your particular role, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had stated that you claimed that you were a member, or are currently a member. Can you elaborate on that?
I think I missaid something more than anything.
Okay.
I believe when I first joined, I first joined the FOTUS back, and I did the rank up one time. That's when I was part of the FOTUS, but now I know I'm no longer part of the FOTUS technically. I probably missaid something like.
Okay. I appreciate you taking ownership on that part. In the future, do not misstate, especially when it involves jokes like that.
Okay.
Because when you are in other parties, you are representing the FOTUS. And you need to be able to hold your tongue when it is needed. And you need to be able to understand that not everyone will like those kind of jokes. And if you go into like another clan battle or so and you are acting that way, it's going to have severe consequences on your membership status with the FOTUS. Potentially even a blacklisting. I know at first it might sound like it's, you know, not that big of a deal and all that, but the thing is that we have people that are part of our clan that are affiliated with Microsoft in some way. They might not be active as far as membership, clan battles, that kind of stuff goes, but they are active when it comes to Forge and other things like that. So when you do act that way, you need to be able to act appropriately in front of developers, and especially as well when we have younger members, because we don't want younger members to be subject to that kind of treatment or jokes, and then they think it's okay to go ahead and make those jokes. That's not okay.
Well, that's completely understandable.
Okay. Do you have any questions so far about that?
No, everything seems pretty fair.
Okay. Now, now we have too large of a fire team for this one. Going to the next one.
But wait, there's more.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking of, because I was thinking of like multi-kill, or what was it like?
Double
Also-
kill, triple kill, overkill. Kill.
They got rid of it?
Kill apocalypse.
For Halo Infinite, yeah.
They did? Really?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Unfriggin' believable.
Also,
alright,
my bad
so,
on dying. Was
back on
multitasking.
topic. So,
Why are we in squad battle?
first off, because this is the only one for all the people that are in here. We have 5 people in here now.
Okay.
Anyway, so logic.
Yes.
Well, before. Hold on. Okay. So now on to, as far as the voting, if we should go ahead and give him a shot on this, I'm going to ask every member's opinion first, and then we will take their opinions into consideration for moving forward on that. So, bless my plays, what is your opinion about if he should join for medic purposes, etc.?
Slayer.
Alright, go ahead, Kevin, go down with the next people in the group. I gotta take this call.
Absolutely. Alright. Aphelios, we will look for yours in the party chat so that I can be able to read it out loud. Rose, what do you think?
I will say that I have seen Lunatic be, especially life worker role, stepping up and already doing such a role. But I will also agree with Bless My Plays that there needs to be a probationary period.
Okay.
And training and learning again.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add to that?
No.
Okay. So Odd Spartan had stated earlier the biggest issue he sees is that
Lost the lead.
Lunatic told that you were a member while sharing said jokes. Aphelios' response, I am zero tolerance on these issues, end of story for me, but I leave it to the opinion of the party. And then next in line would be Infinity Shot. What do you think? That's the one, Fluffy. Welcome, Fluffy. Yes, this is the meeting. We'll need you to include your audio. Let me know when you've included your audio.
Like, you may need like members and also, but like you also don't have like full-on bad apples of like, you know, in your group. Like I said, I don't know the full I don't know like the full story. I don't know the full story. Well, that's why I said what I said. Well, like I said, I don't know what was like the whole like story or anything,
So,
nor like
Fluffy
I know
wrote
anything
using my
like
work
your
Only
tablet.
one person at a time. PTS will be active. So the person who is being asked will be the person who is speaking. Nobody else will speak over them. So, Infinity, continue. Okay. Next up is going to be Rinsler. Well, you're here participating, and as well as if you are, I stay for now. It'll be fine until FOTUS returns, and we can discuss that. Then next on the line, Savage. Based off of the information that you have heard, what do you think?
So, I know him personally. I know Lunatic personally, and that's kind of out of character for one. My thing is like, I kind of agree with Infinity on this one. I really do. That's all I'm gonna really say.
Okay.
Had to have been an accident. There's no way.
Now, that goes through everybody in the list. I will add in my piece, and then message FOTUS that we have all made our decisions on that front. And then we're going to go through a yes or no afterwards. Me, I believe it should be a 2-month probationary period for the following reasons. One, you were already kicked from the group for treating people poorly in the beginning.
Okay, I'm back.
2, because of the most recent incident where you have thrown racial slurs out while claiming to be under the FOTUS name. Even as an accident, it is still not appropriate and still is not going to be condoned, regardless whether it was an accident or not. Things can still be forgiven, yes, but still something will happen because of the actions that were taken. So to me, what I had stated is that I believe a 2-month probationary period is where he is a basic member to then prove himself by consistently showing up in activities, showing that he wants to fill that position because of him previously being kicked and the most recent issue.
Okay. What did everyone else say?
Going down the list, Rose believes that, and also agrees with Les, that there should be a probationary period and that he should be able to join. Fluffy just joined in the party. He's on the Xbox app, where he will have to type.
Ken says, I say give the guy a chance, see how he operates on a probationary level, but don't tell them when their probation starts or ends to observe them better.
Spartan believes. He says also he sounded sorry before. Sounded honest before. This is not the first, second, or third time where he has slipped up in quotation marks. He believes minimum is probation.
Okay. I can agree with that. That probation would be needed. I kind of agree with Ken on that, with not telling when the probationary period would end. But the probationary period would start as soon as if he is approved, then it would start at that moment. At least that's my take on it. Armada, is he still in here? He is not. Okay. So then
So Fluffy
Rose,
typed,
or actually no, Fluffy, because
Fluffy
he used.
typed saying monitored probation. And to be frank, everyone in the FOTUS is always monitored because you are always being tested. So saying monitored probation, it's kind of like just giving them a babysitter. And, you know, honestly, I don't think anybody here wants to be anybody's babysitter or have to be anybody's babysitter. We watch each other because that's what family does. We look out for each other, we be honest, we tell each other the truth, and we always try to see the best in every other FOTUS member. Fluffy says, I get that, but closer than others. That's the point if he keeps slipping like this. That's a fair point.
Okay.
ETS.
Go ahead.
What if we do like weekly check-ins, where he meets with someone from the clan, and we talk about this is the behavior that we've seen or we've heard, which means everyone will need to report what we see.
No.
To said person. No.
Nope.
Fluffy says, I'm trying to get my phone to work so I can use Bluetooth to talk. Athelius says, my problem with this idea is that it happened before. It's an issue that hasn't stopped since removal and potential restoration.
Mm-hmm.
May I butt in for a second?
The one who asked permission to speak, who was that?
That was Lunatic.
Go ahead.
I know there is one specific member which I didn't treat right, is because one thing for sure, I am overprotective of veterans.
That situation was dealt with and handled.
I know that for sure.
Going forward on that front, Odd Spartan says, back to the original topic, probation has not corrected this before. Yes? To my knowledge, there was no probation. There was no previous probation. This should be the first probation period. Athelius then says, I am a kind person. I believe in forgiveness, but this is more than just a friend. This is the view of the clan, its representation. Which to me is why a longer probationary period, in my eyes, would be more in tow, because when we go out and like in matchmaking or out into the world, we're not just representing ourselves. We're not just representing Luca. We are representing each and every single one of us. Everyone here, from myself, Athelius, FOTUS, Odd Spartan, everyone here, representing everyone. And this includes the minors of the group as well. So we have to make sure that we are doing the utmost best to represent well and respectfully.
Permission to speak.
Granted.
I ain't gonna put this lightly. I have seen in myself some things which I have been doing wrong lately. Like I have broken 2 controllers out of pure rage because of a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance. Oh, I would like to throw that out there.
I'm going to ask you a question. You do not have to answer it on stream. If you feel like it is too personal to answer like that, just let me know. But do you have any issues with anger typically throughout the day? Like, is that a big thing that you struggle with?
More of certain things.
Okay.
Mainly, I can handle being screamed at. Most
Me
teams
can.
except
I am witness to that.
there's just certain things which tick me off more than anything.
Okay. If I'm going to go ahead and let you know that if at any point you would like someone to be able to potentially assist you with better management on that, let me know, and I will help you through that. Okay?
That's the reason why I shot you that message earlier, because I have some. I was gonna need to talk to you.
Okay. So when this is over, we'll talk about that. Now, with the next aspect, with the probation, I am going to modify a little bit more on it and see what you think. But I feel like it will be with 2 chances instead of 3 in the probation. He messes up once, that is his warning. He messes up again after that, then he is out. Would you say that's fair?
Yes.
Agreed.
Affiliate says agreed. Fluffy says agreed. Odds button says agreed.
Agreed.
Okay. Since there has been no disagreement on that part, then it is a unanimous vote. So, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. Oh, go ahead and
I did. The thing is that they ended up switching. The only person who disagreed was Athelius. Savage, could you repeat for everyone
Yes,
what
actually,
your
I feel like a second chance is guaranteed, to be honest with you. No probation. Agreed with that.
so
all right.
it's the part where you guys think that a probation is not needed. Mm-hmm.
Permission to speak.
Go ahead.
I actually really do agree with the probation.
You know what I mean? The probation.
Thank you.
Okay.
English is hard.
All right. With that being said, then, we will go ahead and we will grant re-entry into the FOTUS. And you will be on a probationary period where you have 1 warning, and then the second mistake will be a kick. It is not going to be known of when your probation period is going to end. But leadership will meet at the end of a certain amount of time. We will discuss improvement and or areas that need improvement. And we will have several meetings about that. At some point, when we feel it is enough time has passed, then we will go ahead and we will let you know probation is over or if you are to be removed.
Fair.
Okay. Now, oh god, get back, I don't want it to blow up. I don't want, okay, it wasn't blowing up.
Odds button says if I feel if a kick happens, it needs to be said that we will speak on making it final.
It would, if a kick happens, it won't be a blacklisting, because those only happen in the most severe circumstances.
Fluffy says 100 laps of squat runs. Also, actually, Luca, speaking of 100 of some things, he's actually missing his death by 1,000 hugs.
Yes, I will be doing that as well. We've already discussed that.
I can never escape.
He actually himself reminded me about it.
Oh, I know he
Yeah,
hasn't forgotten. He constantly reminds me about it.
I almost killed my own partner.
Permission
I'm
to
so
speak.
glad that I didn't. Granted.
The punishment needs to happen your way, so...
Yeah, it's going to. Okay. So next thing, in regards to forging, clan battles, all that kind of stuff. I am going to now start getting back into forging again, so that I can get our old maps rebuilt. I have found some of our old map design on Halo 2 Anniversary that was a remake of the XXX Elder Chambers, and I will be remaking that design because that one was a very good raid-based design. I'm also going to do a modification of one of our other old maps, and the one known as Alpha Prime, and that one is going to have a fortification done to it.
Permission to speak.
Go ahead.
I never really seen any of the old Halos or any of this, so I'm trying to understand these old maps, and it doesn't make sense.
That will.
I can
that
also
will
help
end up.
educate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that will be for. Yeah, that will be for a little bit later. Now, a next thing. Discussing FOTUS Dragon. We are going to go ahead and discuss him coming out of retirement. Yes. So he feels like he is ready to come back once he gets into his apartment, which would be sometime in the next week or two, somewhere in there. I think it's like a week. And he is interested in, well, coming back and doing his duties. Now, I feel like if we maintain active activities, I feel like he will feel like Halo is a lot more fun and won't feel like it's such a bore or a chore where he gets on and plays. So he said Wednesday. So I feel like definitely keeping the activities going is definitely going to be a must. So with that, I am also going to be reinstating the leadership training for those who qualify and are in good standing, and who wish to go ahead and do such. So those who are in leadership but need the training is going to go through and receive their training finally. That means that, for instance, one odd Spartan, you as well as Helio, and he's not in here right now, but Shadow, are officially now going to go through your training. Fluffy, you are going to be brought back up to speed. Go through some of the stuff as a refresher. Logic, you are going to be starting over with your training, as I had stated previously before, due to some of the mistakes you have made as a leader, where you should have known better. We won't go into details on that part because we already discussed that previously. Let's see, does this come with a walker? I'm kind of old and broken. Yes, you can have what Rebel Weenie used to call a four-wheeler.
Permission to speak?
Go ahead.
What is that?
What, Rebel Weenie?
Yeah.
That was my son that passed away. That was his gamer tag.
Oh.
He loved hot dogs to death, and he always called himself a rebel. So Rebel Weenie. Go ahead. Yes. I will be going through and I'm going to look at it, make sure it's perfect before I do, but I'm going to actually do that now since since now I'm actually able to. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's see. What am I? Oh yeah. Next thing. And this is not putting anyone down. Please do not think that or anything. But we had a old rule of the FOTUS that I'm going to be implementing back again. And that is going to be the rule of dating other clan members. There was a rule we had before where it was members who are dating other members cannot have, if one is in leadership, the other one cannot be in a leadership role. That is what the rule used to be. Because of a lot of issues that have happened previously, and I never got around to it, I was never able to implement the rule going forward. So going forward from this day, now if you are already involved in a relationship, it's going to be exempt. But going forward from this day, you are not allowed to date another clan member unless they are known in real life. And if they do come into the clan, the other person is not allowed to be in leadership if the other person is in leadership. So at one time, both members cannot be part of leadership.
Permission to speak.
Go ahead.
Realistically, right, you can control what people want if they are want to be in a relationship. Then that it's gonna happen regardless. I mean, depending on like said people you guys recruit, because there are people who are slightly desperate and all that stuff. How I went about things with my group, if there was it has to be known by said leadership that these two are dating, and if they are, well then they would need to be like drafted into a different like platoon or like a fire team, so no favoritism is going to be at play, so everyone is getting like the fair treatment, just like everyone else. But no one feels like, oh, well, they're just ranking up because they're in that platoon because they're dating. So it kind of cuts out, a possibility of like, favoritism.
Okay.
But that's just my
I do-
little sense.
I do like that suggestion. That will definitely be something that we will need to elaborate with each other of leadership.
Permission to speak?
Go ahead.
I actually highly agree with both of you on this rule. On
Okay.
that whole situation.
The big reason on why, so you guys can understand why I don't want to allow it. We have had members who only thought with one of their heads and not the other. And they were constantly involving personal stuff into the clan, constantly causing drama with said clan members, and it turned out pretty bad when there was another person, and it turned out to be a complete crap show, for lack of better terms. It caused too much drama, and it was too much negative attention on the clan and the members. That's not going to be helpful for the clan whatsoever. It's not going to be helpful for the members. It causes members to resent one another. And to be quite frank, we are not in a position to really tolerate that kind of thing. Yeah, it might suck, but if someone wants to, going forward, wants to date a member in the clan, then they need to know each other in real life. That's the way I see it. That's the way we used, well, at one time we had it that way, but hasn't been that way in a long time.
Okay.
If they can prove, we'll get to it.
Okay.
If they can prove that it's not going to be an issue, then perhaps we can look at refining the rule, I think. But go ahead, read what Fluffy said.
He says, this tablet sucks. What I was meaning, odd. Say you're in leadership and your significant other is not. You cannot foreclose any information to them. And odds
right,
says understood.
Yeah, that's always been a rule with members of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be a hybrid on the dating part, because I mean, it may have to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. What do you think about that logic?
I agree with them when it comes to the sense of, we can't fully control it, but we need to keep the separation between, our
real life and clan.
Real life and clan, right? When the boundary is broken of, you are bringing your relationship into the group, and we can noticeably see, that the relationship is influencing certain decisions and certain behaviors, then that's when I believe like a separation of training and parties may need to be in place in those kinds of scenarios. That's what we used to do back then with these same scenarios, where basically when we believed that there was influence from a leader picking favorite because one of the people was their girlfriend. I remember this on a few different occasions, actually. And that's basically how I remember we handled it. We put one person with one trainer, another person with another trainer, and it's like, we're not doing this to punish you guys. It's the fact that we don't pick favorites, because we treat everybody as family and everybody's equal.
Permission to speak.
Go ahead.
That made me think about what happens if let's say the Abaddon has the girlfriend or whatever join the FOTUS, and what happens?
The Abaddon, for one, is not allowed to recruit anyone into the FOTUS themselves. They're not even technically part of the FOTUS. They are a third party who is completely neutral, which is why they distance themselves from the FOTUS, except for basic affiliation or basic communications.
That's why I can never hang out with him. Alright.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yep, we have it that way on purpose. Okay, now, Ken Static, he says, it reminds me of when I was in a clan called Pure Skill Gaming. They were okay in the beginning, but then they had internal conflicts from drama, and leadership was pretty racist. So when they found me on Facebook, their attitude toward me had changed. Reminds me of KSI and TMG. That's what Mooncat said.
Did you say
Yeah,
KSI?
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Sadly,
no.
we had conflict with them in the past quite a few times,
had
and we used to always beat their butt too.
lot. Hey,
I
I single-handedly
know.
kicked their butt.
But yeah, so yeah, I definitely, I could. Let's go ahead and try it first with splitting up the squads, that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and try it that way first. If it does have bad repercussions and such, we will try a few other methods before we go complete out banning it.
I would strongly say if that method ends up going sour, then I think what you were suggesting at first should be enforced without question, because
Okay.
it would then prove that the system is not working. We've given it tries in the past. We've had some success, some not success. I would say kind of like 50-50. But in this day and age, I would believe that we need to have a little bit more of a concrete of where we're going to stand on it and how we're going to handle these situations in the future.
I can agree with that. Everyone else, go ahead and go down the line. Kevin, ask everyone's opinion.
Gotcha. With tasers. That's FOTUS Fluffy. All right, I'm asking their opinion on... Oh, the dating part?
Yeah, on what we just discussed with that.
So I'm just looking for a yes or no, correct?
Yep.
That's my place. What's your vote?
I'm agreeing to like dating should be allowed or not allowed.
I believe, I believe it's either going to be in the sense of whether if it's going to be like we split the squads, or if we should just stay
with the thing I
strict.
said, and then no, I agree then.
Okay, Athelius, I know you'll type your response. Rose
Split squads.
and Fluffy, you're gonna message. Is Ghost a part of FOTUS? Gotcha. Well, if you were invited, what's your opinion on it? What do you think?
Yes, I invited him in here for the meeting.
So I'm asking him his opinion. To wrap it up in a nutshell, what we are discussing is basically dating in the group. So on one hand, which is going to be the yes answer for keeping the dating a little bit more loosely, but if conflict or conflict of interest or picking favorites happens, we split the two, where one person will be with one squad and then another person will be with a different squad, separate parties, so that there's not that conflict of interest. Versus on the other hand, where we are just going to not be allowing the dating, and unless it is an IRL period. Because there's a lot of people who do the online dating as well. Yep. That's basically exactly what we are going for. So it's those cases, general cases, members, leadership, and a member, same thing. So we're just going through everybody, seeing everybody's opinion. Do you think that we should split, or do you think that we should enforce harsher? We'll get to you, Fluffy.
Slayer.
Okay.
Welcome back.
All right, PTS active.
All right. So, where were we? I apologize.
We were going through the list, seeing everybody's opinion on yes or no. Do we want to be
Okay,
more
yeah.
strict, or do we want
Proceed.
to be not as strict? Bless was voted yes for doing the split. I will go into text and I will read those next, so that we go through those through the recording. Where are we starting? Fluffy says agreed with tasers. He says allowed with restrictions in place for any and all fallout. Athelia says I agree with the hybrid split squads idea. If it fails, I propose to have the final rule be anyone who is in a relationship not be involved with the leadership for fairness. It removes the problem entirely, but that may be extreme. Fluffy says he apologizes, he needs to leave, and we'll watch the rest of the meeting when it is uploaded. Wait, no, that was Oddspartan that said that. Oddspartan says, I
Yeah.
apologize, I need to leave, and I will watch the rest of the meeting when it is uploaded. It just doesn't have his name there. I remember he sent that. Infinity Shot says he has to go for 5 minutes, but his opinion is that he has none. Then next on the list, so that we have it fresh for the recording, Rose, can you repeat your answer for the meeting?
I agree with the separation of squads and stuff, and that, you know, especially with leadership, if one's in leadership and one is not, the decisions are made by the other leadership and not by that specific person.
Did everyone re-include their audio?
I'm not by
yes,
my
sir.
Xbox.
Mine's been included. I think, yeah,
Okay.
mine's still included. I think everybody
Okay.
that was included is still included.
Do you have to
Unless somebody
re-include
else had to
yourself?
rejoin. No.
No.
Okay. Then I'm good.
Mine's included.
Okay, so then that's final. We go ahead, we give it a trial run. And
Do you
if
want
it
me to
gets
go
bad,
through
then
the
we
rest
ban
of
it.
the party?
Oh, I thought that was everyone. My bad. Go
No,
ahead.
I wasn't through everybody yet. That was Fluffy. Ghost was going over his before you disconnected. So, in a nutshell, Ghost, which way are you most favored? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. And then next up. Okay. And next on the list will be Helio.
What's up? Oh yeah.
We're asking everybody's opinion on with either shall we be more loose and have like if we have conflict of interest or people picking favorites when it comes to relationships in the group, that we either separate them or we basically do not allow it at all.
I think relationships. Wait, not in general. Oh frick. My bad. I was trying to pick
Yes,
a
in
piece.
yes, in
In
general.
general, I think it should be
Yes.
allowed. But obviously, if they're like in leadership, and the other two leaders, that's kind of why they're there, just to keep the other one in check. So I don't think it's a problem at all. It's just we need to keep the one in check if they're in a relationship with a member.
Fluffy states something that is basically we've already done and we still do. Fluffy says, as for the squads, I'd say that whoever is in leadership has no pull to the squad of the other person, that they answer to someone else in leadership.
Yes, that is something we have already implemented and will continue to implement. Okay, is
I sent him
Helio
an
the last
invite,
person
by
on
the way.
list?
Sorry, he just messaged.
No, we have two more, Lunatic and Savage.
Okay, Lunatic.
I
go ahead.
agree. Oh wait, never mind.
Lunatic
I agree.
and Savage already just said he agreed.
Yes, my bad. I didn't know who was going first, so I just threw
No
mine
worries.
out
No worries.
there.
Speeds things along. So I believe that is a unanimous vote.
Okay. Now, the next part was going to aim at getting rid of drama altogether in the clan. Quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I know quite a few other members are as well. So the first step is IRL stuff needs to be completely separate from the clan. No more going to other people, discussing it with other people, more than one person, because when you start going to bringing it to 3, 4 people, then it starts becoming an actual clan thing at that point. Because it brings said things into the clan. And that causes drama. If you have someone that is willing to sit there, willing to listen, etc., that's great. But IRL needs to be completely separate from the clan going forward. This goes for everybody. This is not calling anyone out. This is just, I'm just tired of it. Drama, there's going to be a zero tolerance policy in place going forward. If you are causing drama, or if there is anything that is interfering with activities due to is being brought in, people will be placed on an indefinite LOA until things are fixed. It doesn't matter what exactly it is that is going on. If there's things that are going on that is causing an interference with your gaming, it happened again. My Xbox froze. party first. So I'm gonna have to do another restart. So I'm gonna end up I'm gonna finish what I'm gonna say on the stream, and then this way I don't have to restart it again. So there's gonna be a zero tolerance policy going forward for drama, and it just needs to stay out of the clan. I'm quite frankly tired of it, and I don't feel like there is a place in FOTUS for it. If drama is caused, people are going to be placed on an indefinite LOA, and it will be forced until we can see that it is over with. If for some reason it is something that is IRL and it's causing an interference with performance with the clan, causing someone to be agile in the clan, then they are going to be placed on a LOA anyway to have them get themselves where they need to be. You should place yourself on a voluntary LOA if there's things that are outside your control that are interfering with everything. I will continue to be there for members. I will continue to provide assistance where I can. But I feel like that is the way it needs to be going forward. With that being said, I will ask all the members who are reviewing this last part of the meeting to go ahead and leave the feedback, send it inside of the FOTUS group chat, and I'll review it there, and I will have a separate meeting with leadership about all of that. But I appreciate you guys coming to this meeting. I do appreciate you guys here who gave your input, and I appreciate everyone's honesty. And with that going forward, I need you guys to also get with me about your availability so we could start one-on-one trainings with everyone. So, anywho, thanks again, and that concludes this meeting. And until I die, or until I win, or okay. Thanks again.
Hail, FOTUS!